Hey guys, back again for another training, and on this one we're talking about NFTs if you haven't noticed already. And in this training we're going to be talking about OpenSeas, which is the largest second party or third party marketplace where you can sell and flip NFTs for profits. Now before I get started, I want to let you know about my disclaimer. My disclaimer is I'm not a guru, I'm not a financial planner, I'm having fun with this. I'm just showing you guys my journey, and also do your own research, okay? If you lose money, it's not my fault, okay? Don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Expect it to lose at this point. However, it seems like it's pretty good so far, but people win and people lose. I see it constantly in this business. They'll pay a high price for something that they think is rare, and then they'll sell it for less because now they're FOMOing into something else, okay? And so we have another training here, but what I do recommend is if you're finding this currently, go to the first video and watch through those, especially if you're a newbie. If you're someone that's been doing it for a while and you're like, I just want to watch this video, Carl, where you're going to teach me on how to use OpenSeas, fine, stick here. But if not, go back, watch those other videos. I also want to mention that we're creating a Discord channel or place, server, and the link is actually going to be below here. If you don't see it, just come back regularly because we'll have it down there at some point. Plus, there'll be some other links there for possibly a free gift. All the training I've put together, I'm actually putting together like a transcript for it. So that will be there when that's available. You can get access to it for absolutely free, just my gift, okay? And like I said, I kind of explained the thought process and how everything works in the first video. So I kind of recommend that you do that unless you're like, hey, I already know what I'm here for one reason. And that is to learn how to use OpenSeas, okay? So on this training, we're going to talk to you a little bit about how to use OpenSeas, how to, what to look for, how to see what a floor price is, how to purchase from there, how to load my wallet up and where do I look to get it, how do I get my account set up, how much volume is happening between a certain NFT, the really important things that you want to look at while you're there, because if you've been there, you feel kind of foreign unless you kind of know where you're going, okay? So in this training, we're going to teach you that. And by the way, if you like the content so far, make sure to pound the like, make sure to hit the notification, make sure to share this with other people, get this information out because I want to help you guys from getting scammed, and that's something that's happening a lot. It's happened to me, and I want to try to help other people prevent that from happening to them, okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right inside the training. See you there. Hey guys, so I'm going to show you guys OpenSea again over my shoulder here. So this is the marketplace that has literally done billions of dollars in sales of these NFTs, okay? And they show you have different collections. And I'm just going to give you like a real good overview of how to use OpenSeas and just kind of get familiar with it, okay? They have a marketplace. This is where it shows all the NFTs, what's new, what's art, what's music, what's domain names, virtual worlds, trading cards, collectibles, sports, and utility. So it kind of gives you all of these. So I could go here and click on utility, and it's going to show me a trending collections that use some sort of utility in their launch, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean that they're big, but I want to point out that, see, this one here probably just launched, potentially. I don't know, I've never heard of it, but see here it says verification collection. This is important that most of the stuff you're buying, unless you got a verified link, that it's really what it is. It's not someone creating fake, copying some of these and creating a fake access, okay? So if I wanted to look at some of these, I could come here and click on here and look at these if I wanted. Some are gaming, it looks like. A lot of them are going to be gaming, some sort of access, but they have that verification note on there, so they seem like they're legit. Apes 3D, so this is some sort of VR game potentially that you can get into. So a lot of cool stuff that you can look at here if you're interested. And that's just kind of how you would look at this, right? NFT worlds. This was a cool one, so I'm going to click on it. And this is one I actually flipped and did pretty well with. But I just want to see, should I have held on to it, or was it good that I flipped it? Okay, so far it was good that I flipped it because I flipped mine for 2.8 ETH, and I bought it for 0.0 ETH plus gas. Actually, no, it was free. This was a free mint that I remember, and it was just gas, so it was 200 bucks. And I did like, I think I made about 800 bucks after gas fees, so wasn't a bad deal for me. This particular one though might be good in the future. So this is a low price, lower price anyway. I see that this one could potentially be good in the future because these are little VR worlds. And let me just click on one real quick so you can show you what you're looking at. So when you open it up, let's take a second here. So it can show you what the price is, and you can look at the property itself. This is what has, like, I can blow this up a little bit. This is the unique features. This one says rain, ancient forest, wild cows. Has ore that you can mine. It's haunted, ore rich, and multi-climate. So it tells you percentage, like a lot of lumber, dirt, and soil. These are all things that you're going to be able to do. And you can see oil veins and stuff like that, or ore veins inside of the land chunk that's cut out. And in the future, this is literally going to be a game that you can use on roadblocks and some other game stuff that they're doing. Really, really neat stuff. Okay. I would recommend even owning some of these if it continues to go down in price. Again, do your own research and only invest what you can afford to lose. But, and again, this is novelty, but, you know, in the future, I see this being, continuing to be a huge project that, you know, is going to be cool as game use gets bigger with it. Okay. They kind of pre-sold this, just the beginning for this guy, you know, for this particular launch. Now, I also want to show you, besides marketplace, stats. So they have ranking and activity. So I'm going to look at ranking, and you can kind of shuffle around on ranking. They're going to show you volume, and this is important. I think it's important to see like what is moving as far as volume goes. Okay, what's selling, what's going up, what's going down. So you can see Mikaverse. This is one I missed out on, but the floor is 6.75 ETH. So that means they're selling for $26,000 or $7,000 a piece, just off the top of my head. And how many owners there are, how many assets are available. They actually kept like 500 assets that they're giving away as a contest. Volume though, this is the volume. So by the way, this is 24,951 ETH. That's something like 70 something million dollars has exchanged hands since this one's launched. Okay. And that's because this is a big launch that's coming out. So I'm going to click on here and I want to show you guys what I'm looking at. Now, this isn't necessarily, this could be a good investment if you have the ETH. You know, if you have 6.8 now ETH, I think I saw it as high as 8 ETH a piece, and they're going to be having the unveiling of these things tomorrow. So right now they just like these gifts. Tomorrow everybody's going to see, I think it's tomorrow, what they actually get. Okay. Now I could click on here where it says floor price, and it's going to add that little buy now filter. And then it takes a minute, but it's going to load all the ones that are for sale. There you go. So you can see the lowest one is right here, and then they go up. So I could technically buy one right now for this price. Now, if I wanted to buy it, I would click on this button, and I just want to see how much this ETH is valued at. So $17,000, $771, $17,771. Oh no, actually I'm wrong. This is an offer. They took it off. Whoever was listing this decided they didn't want to sell it yet, so they have an offer, and that's another way to purchase these. But there's also a big scam going on with this as well, so you got to be very careful with these. I'm not sure exactly how that scam works. You just want to look that up, you know, just do like a scam on OpenSeas for offers, and then it'll tell you how to protect yourself from that. But anyway, you can see this. Also, I can see who owns this, and I could see inside of their wallet what all do they own, which is again another interesting thing, because if you compile a list of all the whales who own a lot of these NFTs, you can actually see what they're purchasing. Okay, But there's a couple other things that I want to point out when I'm looking at this that also to keep in mind. Okay, it's not necessarily a scam because it's not the person's fault that they're an influencer or something like that. They get a lot of free NFTs sent to them, and it doesn't mean that they're legit. They're usually a lot of scams. I've had them sent to me before and then taken out of my wallet, which is really strange. But you can see what's in everybody's wallet. So this person, I could see, okay, they own 2 of these Mika verses, and looks like they probably purchased them because they bought them at 6.64 and 6.1. So they got a kind of a good deal. They might have made an offer for somebody and they got the deal. Okay. And then now they're getting offers a little bit above what they, a little bit below what they bought them for, but they're probably buying for the unveiling because they know that these are probably going to go up to somewhere around 10, 15 ETH a piece in the future. So it's a good longer term hold based off of this project. It's a big VR project that's had a lot of, it was a big hit. I can go see what else they hold, right? And I can see what the prices are. These they hold a couple of these United punks. They're not actually crypto punks. They just look like them. They're fake ones. But you could see what, let's see, you can see what they are. But here's the thing. See how this one has a little verified collection and then none of these do? Unless these were brand new mints, then there's a good chance that these were given to them, just automatically sent to them because they shared their ETH wallet ID in Discord or something like that, and they just randomly got a bunch of these sent to them. Okay, that's not necessarily true. These could be new things that just came out. You don't know until you do the research. Watch the research one that I showed you guys. It tells you a little bit more about that, and I'll show you some other ways too. But let's just see, do they own any other? I don't see any others in here that they own that have the verification symbol on it, okay? So interesting, right? But again, just looking at what they're doing and who owns it, okay? They give you that information. It doesn't tell me who they are, but it's not hard to find these, okay? And sometimes they even share them with you. In fact, I have access to Snoop Dogg's. I can go find it real quick. So Snoop Dogg actually has a pen name, and I've got his pen name right there. Cosimo de Medici, I think that's how you say it. That's his Twitter handle for NFTs, and he revealed himself not too long ago, which was kind of interesting. But I can come in here and I could look to see, like, what does he own? Here's his Twitter handle. And we can also see what he owns. And a lot of these, again, because so many people have access, then he's literally, so many people have this access to him. Like right here, see this like code? That is his, if you knew that this was him, you could copy this, and that is literally his ETH wallet that he's holding all of these in. But these were all probably, not necessarily all of them, but a lot of them were probably given to him, and he doesn't, he might know it, but that's just kind of how it works. People will send you, some of them could be legit. Not saying that they're all fake or scams or anything like that either. Just saying that, you might not be able to sell them, but he's an influencer. I'm sure people have given him some pretty legit projects as well. Not to call it out or anything. But yeah, you can see literally what he owns. And the reason why sometimes I'll look at this stuff as part of my research too is because if he owned like a bunch of one thing, they might be a good project to look into. Like this one here, he owns a bunch of these. And look at the price of some of these, 666 ETH for one, 85 ETH. He's got them listed for sale at high prices, but he's just, he knows that someone might jump around and buy that. And they'll want it. He's got a bunch that he's holding on to. He's not selling. Okay. He's got some up here that got offers on them, these right here, he owns a bunch of these cryptodes, because you get paid to own these ones. They have a lot of utility on them, and it looks like he has a bunch, right? Here's the Snoop Dogg crypto punk that he'll probably never sell, right? Or it was just gifted to him. This was probably a gift again. It's just how it works, okay? So that's kind of how that works. We'll also look at this where it says volume trading or trading volume and trading history, and we'll see kind of like how well the project is doing itself. So it seems to be running a bit slow. Here we go. Yeah, so 7.8 was the average sell. So it did go, I seen some up, in the 8 range, which is pretty good. But a lot of them are selling at the 6.8 range. So someone took an offer for 5. So you see that sometimes. But look, these are all sell, 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 sell. Tons of volume, tons and tons and tons of volume happening here. So it's a good, a really good project to probably own, even though it's right here. It's a good project to have access to. Okay. Let's see. So there's usually another button right here, but it's not showing. I'm thinking that they're having some bugs on OpenSea currently. So I'm just going to hit this little back button. Okay. On the left-hand side, you can also filter, okay, different things, not this button, but these ones for buy now, price between what, chain is another thing to look at. Not necessarily though, because it's still, whoops, it's still not going to show all the rarities on here. It's basically not going to show all those rarities on there yet because they haven't revealed themselves yet. So that search area doesn't have, it's very limited to what it's showing. It's not going to show any rarities as far as that goes. So we'll look at some other ones. Let's go back to status. Actually, I kind of messed up, but I'll do it again. You want to make sure you know what these are. You can go to Discord, website, all that stuff. So if I want to go to website, I can learn about it too from there. So I could see like what kind of utility that they have. And I don't want to get into total specifics on utility. There is also some possibility that they will be considered securities in the future. And that's also something to be a bit concerned about, especially when you're talking about staking and decentralized organized associations, or basically DAO coins, or DOA coins, I believe is what it's called, where you stake or even burn your NFT to get these coins. Then you stake the coins and you make money off of them. That's when it becomes DeFi, which is like a banking instrument, and that can be also something to be concerned about. Right now, it's pretty, when I'm recording this anyway, it's pretty wild, wild west, but I could see that stuff coming in the future. So yeah, this was the Mika launch. These are like the things you can, that will be unveiled when it comes out. Really great website. I believe there's a utility with these as well, if I remember correctly. Not total amenity, they're putting their name, so that might have been also a really great thing, is he put his name in his Twitter. Let's just see if their Twitters were set up with their own name. It looks like it might be. So again, that's a good sign. I think if they're being transparent about who they are. I kind of can't stand the fact that they can have total anonymity sometimes. So yeah, this is a graphic artist, 32,000 followers. And that was the artist, and that was a part of that, right? So good, those are good things. The two people who are involved have some good things going for themselves. Let's look at some of them that are around already. So let's look at this Cryptodes. And this is a very popular one. Probably a good one to hold on to for a long time. 8.9 ETH a piece. So yeah, they look silly, but they're worth money, right? So if I want to go look at their website, I can go there. If I want to hit their Discord, I want to hit their Twitter, I can. And I can also see activity if they've got that loaded here. Sometimes that makes it a little easier to just hit that button right there to see. And you can see the volume went up and down. And that's sort of what happens until something new comes out. But look, up to 23 ETH or 21 ETH a piece. And that just depends on rarity. You can see down here that these all go for different prices on here, and it just kind of depends on what exactly you're looking for, okay? You can see some of these went for a much higher because they have more rarity. But the big thing that they're doing is they're able to stack these on top of each other when they were building these. Okay, they're able to stack these and basically stake them on top of each other, which is kind of interesting. Let's see if this website says sold out, 69.69. I don't know if they're going to show. They didn't even show the way that they do their utility, but I'm sure their utility is all going to be literally inside of. They used to have a button here. I think they're having a little bit of an issue. Let's go sell now. Just go backwards. They actually had a button that made it real easy to go back and forth, but some odd reason they took it down, probably some issues with it. Let's just go back to activity, I guess. Okay, so 6.5 is doing pretty good. So right here, you can get access to, like I said, all of these different areas that you would look at, and you would want to go to Discord to really see what's going on with them, because they're not really using their website for telling people what they're doing. It's all being put inside of this Discord area itself, and that's where they're probably showing you how their utility works. Okay, and so yeah, a really, really cool one. That's going to conclude this one for how to use OpenSeas. Of course, there's other things you can do. Your account is going to be set here. I'm not really going to get into that, but you do need to, actually, reminded me, when you decide to sell something and list something on here for the first time, you are going to pay a fee. So one, you need to have an account set up, and you're going to pay a one-time fee. That fee was about $200 in ETH. But then after that, you can list, and every time you list, it's going to be about $20 to $30 in ETH, just so you know. And every time you delist, if you take something off, it's going to cost you ETH as well. They do allow you to lower the price, I believe, for free once you've posted. But after that, then you're going to pay a fee every time you kind of move, because you're moving it in there and they're going to sell it for you. It's like kind of a pre-seller's fee, and then when they do sell it, they're going to charge you a fee as well, like a 2%. And then also the creator of the project itself might charge you anywhere from 5 to 10% on top of the price. So keep that in mind when you're kind of pricing these things and when you're buying these things. Usually the buyer is the one that's paying for some of that, where it depends, but it just depends on the marketplace. We'll get into other marketplaces and other videos, but I'm really focusing on OpenSea, and also I'm only really focusing on ETH and Solana projects currently on these current videos, but in the future we could offer some more. Okay, so that's almost it. I'm also going to end you with reciprocity talk. If you like this information, if you think you're getting something out of it, please do share it, please like it, please hit the notification bell. And you know, the best way to share it is just to take the link from YouTube itself, or look at they have on YouTube, they have a way to share it directly to Facebook and Twitter. I would say those are probably some of the best places, unless you want to send it directly to people yourself who have had interest on learning about these things. So please do that. It helps us grow my channel, and not only that, but it helps people from getting scammed, because obviously there's a lot of scams here. I've been scammed already a few times on rug pulls, on people taking money directly out of my wallet, digital wallet, and these trainings are going to help you tremendously with that. Also too, this information is, do your own research. It is novelty. It is, you could lose money. I've already lost money. You could easily lose money. Be very vigilant. Be very careful, folks. I'm going to leave you with that. We'll see you on the next one.